come over here, and this is stuff nobody else is going to show you, but if I were to go into this little traffic funnel right here, and let me show you. So I killed this morning, but let's take a look at this here, and then I'm going to show you the changes that were made after today, after I went through this. So this side over here had 179 views. This side had 161 views. Okay, fine. This one had 16 opt-ins. Okay, this one had 19 opt-ins. 8.94% opt-in rate, 11.80% opt-in rate. And you can see right here, the opt-in is above the fold. But over here, the opt-in is not. You click a button, it jumps to the bottom. Okay, so over here, the opt-in rate is beating this. Okay, so that means, but now here's where I went, oh my God, how do I make this more clear? If you got the same amount of opt-ins coming in, which we pretty much do, how in the world do you have 15 sales versus one sale? Something's broke. And the only thing I can conclude is one of the most valuable lessons I've ever discovered in a split test is that people were not going to buy right here until they went through the whole entire page and read my letter and saw examples and saw other newsletters and everything else. Pretty cool, right? So look at this. 8.38% of people bought over here and less than 1% bought over here. So I'm going to do this live because I have to do it today anyways. But basically this one's done. And if you look, I have notes over here for every single split test that we've done. This was the black header versus the yellow header, right? 7.48% versus 11.46, 11 sales versus 3 sales, yeah? But this one had an 8-minute timer. This one had a 2-minute timer. So what did we learn? People need more time. And look at this, it helps your sales. If we come over here, this one right here, 8.94%. Is this the right one? No, this is the newest one. Let's look at this one. This was the first one we did. So 7 opt-ins versus 9 opt-ins, 6% conversion or opt-in rate versus 8, 5.66% sales versus 1%. There we go. That became the new control. Now look at the difference. Logo at the top, more decoration in the headline. Over here, no logo at the top, plain headline. This failed because they didn't have a chance to see the whole page. Okay, so I'm able to put notes here. This one, we then took the control and I said, okay, let's compare it against the yellow. Well, you can see this is what win, right? And then this one over here, this was our newest one. And you can clearly see. So it's never, ever going to stop. So how easy is it? Well, look, I'm going to do a new split test. And this one I'm going to call video test. Okay. So for the control, this is going to be the original. And this is going to be the alternate version. Okay. That's it. That's how I'm going to do that. So here's my control. All right. And now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go ahead and select this guy. And I'm just going to keep doing the same exact thing. So we're going to do 1A again. But before I do, so let me show you this, guys. We've made this so easy in our system, right? We have 1 and we have 1A, right? So this is 1 and this is 1A. So I'm just going to go right back into 1A and I'm going to delete out the little test that we did, which was this right here. And this completely failed. So the easiest way to do this, let me kind of show you here. I'm not even going to take the chance. I'm just going to go take the whole entire top section. See how there's a button here and everything? I'm going to come right over here and I'm going to call this top. I can load an image, I can do all that stuff, but I'm going to call this top. Okay, so now I got this top section and I'm going to go ahead and reload this. Okay, so I always have 2 pages that I'm playing with consistently. All right, and all I'm going to do is I'm come over here to my global section and I'm going to go ahead and choose my top and I'll bring it in right here. Okay, so here's going to be the new one that comes in. All right, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to delete out the old one. Okay, so now both of those pages are identical. Can everybody see this? No more opt-in box, button down below, they're identical. Okay, but what I did today was I went and created an alternate video where I'm standing in front of my desk instead of sitting doing a screen share. Okay. So I'm going to come back over here. And all I did was change the front end of the video. Okay. I think it's this one, but I'm just going to make sure because Mintbird, I got it open a lot of times. It's going to be this one. So now watch. I'm going to refresh the thumbnail. And these two are going to be equivalent again. Okay, so watch, the opt-in box is going to go away. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and click inside of here, and we're going to go ahead and replace it with a new video. Okay, so I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to click here, and I'm going to go ahead and paste in my new video. All right, so there we go. I'll change out the thumbnail later, but now we have a new video. Everything else stays the same except that one thing. So now I'll come back over here. Let me refresh the thumbnail. So I'm going to go ahead and save this image. I don't know if you guys knew that you could do this, but I'm going to go ahead and save this one. And let me refresh this again and see if I can start getting that video to come in. So all I want to do is get enough of this image so it knows, so we know what the test was about. Does that make sense to everybody? So I can clearly see that this is a new video. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this like this. Okay. So there we go. Make it a little bit even like this. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and save these. File, save as, save. Okay. So I have those two images. And now let's come back over here to that funnel. And let's click inside the traffic one here. Okay. Now here's our control. And now let's come over here. Let's click on this one. And we're going to bring in 1A. Okay, let me close this. And now here is the new one that we're going to do. Even though it's bringing in the old thumbnail, that's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to come over here and I'm going to make sure that for sure, that I have the right one. So here's that one. And I'm going to make sure I got this one. Okay, and I probably should make it the right size, but that's okay for now because I can always swap this out later. And so this is original, this is the old version, and I can come back in my notes and I can go ahead and say, this is the original video, and this is the alt video. That's going to make more sense. Update. Original video versus old video. And that's it. This split test is now live.